Frog here, and today I'll be doing an unboxing and quick overview of the Action Army AAP pistol and some of the accessories. Starting here, we have the box. Included is instruction manual. Within this manual, it has just an overview of operation of the pistol, breakdown, all that, etc. Have the pistol itself and a magazine. So this pistol here, what makes this one different, this is the one that's from Taiwan. So the end, instead of the US version, does have just the 14 millimeter threads at the end painted orange. This one has the threads covered up by a 3D printed flash hider. So for now, I'm going to leave that on there because pretty much it's a 3D printed flash hider on plastic threads. And I am going to be changing this upper out anyway. So on the default upper, we do have additional mount points here. These are for the optional rails. You can add a rail system up there. Also on the bottom side there, you can have a rail for like your lights, forward grip. So going on to the pistol, we have the safety. Push that in, it's unsafe. Push that out, it's not unsafe. Glock style trigger. So this is labeled, this is a slide release, but actually it's a bolt release because the all that moves is just the bolt here in the back. Ambidextrous mag release. You can take apart the pistol and reverse it to the back side there. So here is the included magazine. So this included magazine is a Glock compatible mag with TM, Elite Force, VFC, WE. It's the same. So what I'll do is I'll set that to the side. And I have here the Elite Force Glock 19X. So I'll go ahead and get that magazine there. Fits directly in. No wiggle or anything like that. Does have a indicator, shows you a mag's in there, depending on which color. So with that in, with this pistol here, to go ahead and charge it up, you just pull there, release, pull the trigger. Okay, so underneath the bolt itself is a selector there. And what that selector does allow you to do full auto. Okay, so I'm going to release it there. And here we go. I'm going to hold this down so you can see it. So there we go. So that's the overview of the pistol and included mag. So going back to the pistol itself, I did want to show the actual takedown. So basically, instead of do like normal takedown, there is back here a button. You just push it in, and then it pops up. As you can see there, there's a hinge. And it just pops up like so. But then you just pull it apart, and then you have your you have just the upper with a blowback assembly, hop-up chamber, all that stuff. And there's lower, so in case you need to swap the mag release over and all that stuff. And then just assemble it back. You just push that in like so. And back end, you just depress the button in, and that's it. So moving on, we're moving up here to the Cnc Upper Receiver. This is an optional upper receiver you can get. So mostly the Action Army AAP-01 is all polymer. This upper receiver is metal. Check it out here. Okay. So what's included is just the metal receiver itself. Also, let's see if you can focus up there. This is an extra spring. So what this spring is for is on this rear sight, you can actually, inside it's spring loaded. So when you adjust it, it does move up. They just included an extra one. There is a spring in there. So here is, I'm going to call it a slide, even though it's an upper, but paperwork's a slide. So there's the integrated in is a bottom rail. That's for your flashlights, foregrip, upper rail for any optics or any other accessories. So pretty much this one, it should drop in. Doesn't include the parts, but basically you take from the original pistol the actual blowback piston part, bolt, and then also up here goes your hop-up chamber, inner barrel, all that. So the front of it, this is removable. So what this is here is this piece here actually is included on like the European version of this pistol as the thread protector, but you basically undo it there. And then is a regular 14 millimeter threaded outer barrel there. So you can put in tracer units, etc. If you extend the inner barrel, you can put a suppressor all the way out. Here's the other piece, like if for some reason you wanted to swap back to the other one and you remove the flash hider, you can use the thread onto the end. Basically, put it back together, you just put that ring in there, slide it in, and it just goes right back on. Screws on there, and that just for looks on the end. But yeah, you can totally just not run that if you wanted the pistol to be shorter and keep the metal. So that is kind of pretty cool there. This is the B version of it. So with this one, the difference between A and B is that there is no snake/mamba texture on the sides, so it's smooth. This slide, it does retail $10 cheaper than the other one. The retail, I believe, is about $149 for the original snake texture one. This one's $139 US. So this is the last major accessory I got for the Action Army AAP-01. Is a folding stock. So what's included is just the stock itself. So here it is. So stock itself, well, that's kind of a little bit tight there. It just swings out like that. So basically what it does is it grips behind a pistol, and it gives you some more if you need to do an optic to fold it back. You just push that in, fold it. Also in this mode, it does, you can kind of use this as a foregrip, but this is very, it is adjustable. It does go a pretty far way. You can do that to adjust that, and then also it does slide back, like so. As you can see, it goes pretty far back. This attaches it. What you do is you go ahead and you undo the Allen keys, and then it grips on to the rear, so it holds on back there. So it has room definitely back here for the bolt to sit back there. So there it is. So this is, and it has QD mounts. There's one there, and then one on the bottom there as well. So here is the Action Army AAP-01 with the Black Mamba upper receiver installed. So like I mentioned before, it is pretty much drop-in. Had to undo just a few screws, take out the hop-up unit, inner barrel, and then the blowback part. So it's all in there. Go ahead and there's no BBs in there. Go ahead and do that. Still, I think it's on full auto still, so yeah, it works there. It's pretty cool. So one of the extra accessories I did pick up is the new G&G Armament tracer unit. This is the UVT-106 version 2. It is a very small tracer unit. So this is it on the mounted in there. It is pretty much flush, so that's pretty cool. Okay. So what's pretty cool about this tracer unit that makes it a good fit is that the on and off switch, it's just at the very front. So basically you just turn that to on and then you're good to go. So it's not like a little switch. I mean, the charging stuff is still back there, but you know, once it's mounted, you just rotate that front. So, and it's compact. It looks like it was pretty much made for this with the size and all that. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. Right now I don't have the stock installed. I'm going to get that on there so that way you guys can see what it looks like. But basically to install it stock, you do have to undo this site and all that. So I'll get that installed here in a moment so you can see it. So now I have the stock installed. Well, not completely installed, but just for demo purposes. So what's going on here is that how it attaches is that you do have to remove one of the pins. I don't have it removed, but basically there's a pin here in the body. You remove it and then you would put this all the way through. See that? You would put this would go all the way through. So that's one point it's held on is right there. Also, you do lose the rear sights because you would have to use the mounting screws up there. Also, as part of this stock, there is one of the pieces that holds the blowback unit. It's part of the actual stock itself. Also, it is attached here. I did add a PTS low profile sling point there. Still have the G&G tracer there. Okay, so this does fold up. So I did initially I did think that, hey, that could be a forward grip. It's not quite, well, it could be forward enough. So I guess if you want to, you can just go ahead and take this here. I guess you could, oh, that will work. Well, it's kind of awkward, but yes, you can hold that up at the front, but it's kind of, as you can see, it's just not straight. But I guess if you needed just in a pinch another grip point, you can kind of hold it up there. But yeah, so that's the stock. So with that pin in, it's gonna be pretty sturdy. It is something that you do need to use tools to take it on and off. I did hear someone mention that they did want to make some kind of mod so it could be more QD, but I think that you need to have all the points screwed in just to make sure it doesn't like flex or move. But pretty much once that's all in there, it's in there pretty tight. And you just use the button back here. Actually, I didn't have to push that button, but you fold it. There's also plenty of room here to go ahead and allow that to travel. So on the rear of the stock, there is space that does allow, that's why there's that gap there. It does allow for for that to come all the way back. It doesn't touch anything at all. So when it's in there, right, there's enough clearance for that. I'll go ahead and just do a quick. So that's why there's that gap to allow travel for that. In there. Yes, it is a little bit ridiculous to put the PTSD, the short grip there too, but yes. So I do need, if you do run this, you probably need to get maybe a smaller optic for the back if you do use optics. Even with this forward grip here, you can, that will still fold in. It's not in the way, but normally it's just for silliness to put a grip there. I mean, it probably will work out pretty good that way, but I'll probably put maybe a light up there, something like that. I think with this front sight, I don't think the gun cam would work out there if I use it, but might have to go underneath. So that concludes my unboxing and overview of the Action Army AAP-01 and the accessories. Thank you again to Airsoft Atlanta, aka Tokyo Armory, for having this available on hand and the accessories. Remember to like and subscribe, and hope that this review helps out. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments, let me know. I hope to get some gameplay with this sometime soon.